Yes, namaste. What's going on, man? What's going on? Tomorrow's Monday. Go get this fucking money. The world is your oyster, right? Isn't that the saying? Listen, anybody can get rich in America. It's just math. Anybody, regardless of age, race, or financial situation, can go into this world. In the place we live today, with a phone in your fucking thumbs and make shit happen. Anybody. You can make money online, offline. It has never been easier to push your intent into the universe for anybody than it is right now. You've got to believe that. If you don't start with the fundamental principle of a positive attitude, that you have a positive expectation, that you have a fucking right to wealth, you will never grab it. There are going to be people around you who don't feel the same. They don't share your same excitement. See, the world has fucking punched them. And so this message today goes out to the younger people. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Your parents love you. Your uncle, Kenny, he loves you. Your older brother, Daryl, he loves you. But here's the fucking problem. Life has punched them. They're not doing what they wanted to do. See, they went to high school, they went to grade school and elementary school, and they said, listen, little Johnny, little Susie, you can be anything you want to do. And then all of a sudden you get to be 16, they're like, hey man, you need to get your shit together and pick something right now. What do you want to go to college for? And as if an 18-year-old's brain who isn't even fully developed yet knows what the fuck he wants to do when he's 30, or the future, or even what he or she is good at. You don't have any idea, right? That's reality. And this is the stupid shit we push kids into, right? And then as we get there, they say, listen, I know we told you when you were younger that Santa Claus was real and that you could be anything. That's bullshit. You need to pick something and you need to be logical about it, right? You need to be reasonable. Most of all, don't trust anybody. That's the message today. A lot of people don't trust people. I'm not saying be gullible. I'm not saying be a sucker. You trust but verify. Ronald Reagan said that. Trust but verify. Listen, other people have all of the money that you want. We've been riffing on YouTube now about the 10 pillars of success. Pillar number 1, how you think is everything. Pillar number 10, take full responsibility. And we've said the other 2 through 8, they're just fucking bullet points. Because if you do 1 and 10, you got the whole thing figured out. Getting rich is about responsibility. If you don't have any right now, you're fucking broke. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. You ain't got anywhere to be tomorrow. Nobody's dependent on you. You got no sales lined up. You got nobody in your funnel. You got nowhere to go. You are fucking broke. You have to assume responsibility to get rich. Means there needs to be people depending on you. I got houses that need to be done. I got to follow up with some plumbers. I've got some broken pipes. I got a deal I'm working on, right? I've got a lease I got to upgrade. I got stocks to trade. I got money to put into invest. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I got shit to do. I got responsibilities. You have a 401k. You're supposedly supposed to understand what the fuck it is. Do you? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you should have read it 100 fucking times like you gave a damn. Like, maybe if we began to apply ourselves and take control of this thing, this idea that when you were little, they told you, hey man, you can be anything. And then you got to be like 20 and they're like, you need to really settle in on something. And you realize you were fucking scammed. This girl emails me, and if this is you, listen, I'm not picking on you. I may say crazy shit like, fuck your mom. I don't mean that in the harshest tone. I mean that in a good tone, meaning I'm trying to protect you. Your parents love you, and they want to protect you, and so they want to coddle you, and they don't want to see you get hurt. They don't want to see you fail. Problem is, in order to get rich, you have to take on some assumptions. You have to take on some risk. You have to raise your hand. You have to push, and you have to be open to be cut down and punched and criticized, and to fail. Failure. Falling forward fast. You're going to fail. Hello. That's how you get to where you're trying to go. You fall forward fast. One of my sayings, you don't have to get it right, man. You don't have to get it right. This is the beautiful thing about life. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. You just have to start doing it. It don't even have to be good. Just good enough. Just some people like it. Just some people buy a car. Some people buy a house. Some people read it. Some people click. Just some. You just begin to push and push and push. Just some. That's it, man. It's so simple. You know, you don't have to be the greatest guitar player to make money playing guitar. You just have to get up every fucking day with the intent, whole thought and formless substance, right out of the book and push your intent and do the work every day. And we've talked about this in past videos that whatever it is you'll do for free, that's probably what'll pay you the most money. The shit that you'll do even if you don't get paid. Fuck it. If I lose tomorrow morning trade, I'm going to trade on Tuesday. And if I lose on Tuesday, fuck it. I'm going to trade on Wednesday. Why? Because I'm a trader. Traders trade. Right? Traders trade. Fake ass wannabe traders quit trading when they don't make money. Let me say that again. Traders trade and fake ass wannabe traders trade. Lazy motherfuckers who don't do the work, don't study, aren't printing the charts, aren't keeping the logs. Those fake motherfuckers, they, guess what? They lose. They blow out. And it's because of, that makes it easier for us. It's easy for me if other people can't work as hard. In this email, this is what the girl says to me. You always think I'm getting off track. I'm not off track, man. I know where I'm at. Good morning. My name is blank. My name is. I'm following your plan. Man, the chances of any of you following my plan, come on, man. I mean, really. You really are following my plan? Let's talk about my plan. You total up your net worth. What are your debts against your investments? You stop putting money in investments, okay? Until this is gone. We got to get rid of the fucking slavery. We got to get rid of the shackles. We got to eliminate stupid risk. We don't want to finance shit going down in value, okay? And I don't know for a fact that your fucking college education is going up in value, meaning we got to get rid of that shit. Get rid of it. And there's certain circumstances where I get it, but you guys carrying $20,000 and $30,000 in debt, are you fucking kidding me? That is fucking chump change. Get off your fucking ass and go to work and pay that shit off and stop bullshitting. Seriously. At some point, you got to stop being coddled as a fucking grown human. I don't care if you're 18 or fucking 50. You get rid of that loan. It's too small to be ruining your life over. And you say, well, I'm not ruining my life. I know, but you ain't doing shit. You're not investing anything big enough to do anything with. Because why? You have debts. And that's not everybody, but you know who I'm talking to. Go get rid of that stuff, man. It takes fucking courage. And so you're attacking it. You're seeing a big picture. Take full responsibility. What good does it do to you to invest little chump change while you're being fucking choked to death over here? And so we start first at home. First, the king's got to protect the kingdom. First, we got to look out and say, okay, is the fucking roof leaking? No. All right, we have electricity. Yeah. Rent's paid. Yeah. Insurance, good. Everybody's good. Got all our thing. We got everything we need. Cool. Now we're going to venture outside into the yard of the kingdom, right? And then we're going to go one layer out and one layer out. Well, investing is out there. Investing's out there. A lot of times people want to jump from here to here. House is all fucked up. You got bad credit. How the fuck do you have bad credit and you want to be rich? Listen to me. I became a millionaire in 8.2 years. I committed to the process. Made it the single most important thing in my life. I need to work. And I don't give a fuck how much money you make or any other bullshit excuse you come up with. I was making $12.50. So here's what I said. Then I'll just work twice as hard. Because once I figured out the process of compounding and figured out the process of owning an asset that produces cash flow, that appreciates over time, that someone else pays off and I get to keep the margin, and then the cash flow from it I could use to improve my life or to invest in other things. And all of a sudden, every fucking house I bought me more investments. And all of a sudden, it began to grow exponentially. And if I want to get to $1 million, all I had to simply do was buy 10 fucking houses. Walk into closing 10 fucking times. You already bought a house. You already live in real estate. What if you just changed your fucking mind to, I want to own real estate? And instead of saying it, you go do it. You took action. Well, this young girl here got to that part of living like me. This is where people get it fucked. Keep your debt like a pet, like it's a fucking mistress. Because it's hard to want to pay it off because you feel like you're missing out on something that you actually don't know what the fuck it is anyway. Like you're going to pick the right stock. Pay the debt off. That's called investing in you. When the guru says, should I invest in myself first or in other things? Or in his courses, invest in yourself first. Don't buy his shit till you pay your shit off. Listen, that's hard. That's why people don't want to do it. Listen, so here's what she says in the email. What do you recommend for women and real estate ventures? First off, there ain't no fucking difference between men and women. All right? You need to fucking decide. Are we equal or are we not equal? If we're equal, then you need to speak like it too. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's a lot of dudes that don't know how to paint, do drywall, look at any. There's a lot of dudes can't do any of the shit you see me doing on my stories. Don't make them less of a man. They're just computer guys or they work on cars. They don't know shit about a hammer. Neither do you. But guess what? There's chicks that know how to paint. You've grown up fucking crafting. You've grown up with colors. You grew up doing fucking puzzles, right? All a house is a big fucking puzzle. You got a roof. You got some walls. Got some drywall, some fucking insulation in there, and they run some wires, and that goes to a floor, and on top of the floor is probably a subfloor, and on top of that is your actual flooring. It ain't that much more complicated. And each piece is a fucking puzzle that you got to put back together. And you don't climb up on the roof and do roofing. You call a roofer. And you don't do the siding. You call a sider, right? But you could do the painting to save you some money to pay the fucking roofer, right? And so this is how you get into the game. You start taking action. But here's what happens to her. Now listen, this is important, men. This is important. Half of you have this problem. My only discouragement, see, discouragement's not in the fucking book. I don't teach discouragement. Like, we don't go, oh, I'm discouraged. Why? What the fuck does that mean? I'm discouraged. Is how do I find someone I can trust to fix the homes? The same way everyone else in America who lives in a house does. My dad passed. Hate to hear that. Really sorry about that. He was like you. She means manly. And you know, a man's man, like myself. And I don't have anyone I can trust. All of the money that she wants and that you want is in the pockets, the purses, the wallets, the credit cards, the checkbooks, the credit card statements, the Bitcoin of other people. Other people, the people she doesn't trust. So what she's putting out into the universe is, I don't fucking trust wealth. Because see, all of the money is in other people's pockets. In order to get people to rent from me, I got to get other people to fucking pay me. To get other people to buy my book, I got to pitch it, teach it, give it out so that they buy it from me. Well, what if I don't fucking trust you guys? What if I don't trust the renters? What if they don't pay me? And how can I sell a car to that guy on financing? What if he doesn't make his bill? And what if nobody comes in? You think Steve Jobs was sitting in a fucking garage thinking, man, I wonder if anybody will even buy these. You think Donald Trump's sitting around going, I wonder if anybody will rent Trump Towers. No. They assume they will. Why? Because for 5,000 fucking years, people have been renting real estate on planet Earth. Why would it all of a sudden stop with you? This is the oldest game on the world. Look around. Every one of these fucking houses in my neighborhood has a person living in them. Every one of them. They're everywhere. It's one of the most basic needs of all of humanity. It's like having sex or drinking. It's the most basic of things. And all you have to do is take responsibility. Save up some fucking money, get your credit right, and they give it to you. It is the easiest game in all of the world to get rich. If you're blue collar, there is nothing on planet Earth that'll get you richer faster than real estate. And if you don't believe that, you're fucking cuckoo. Or you have some sort of fucking discouragement in front of you. Bullshit. And you're like, well, it's too cheap in my area. If you weren't so easily fucking discouraged, you would move. You would go get it. What if I told you if you moved to this city in 8.2 years, you're a millionaire? Guaranteed. How many of you would move out of New Jersey? Or LA where you're sitting with no money in the bank and I'm saying in 8 years you're a millionaire here? The reason you don't do that is you don't believe that. Because that would require you to commit to you. Because the blueprint's there. Where do you think the term landlord comes from? You're the lord of the fucking land. Why do you think I use heavy is the head that wears the crown? You guys think I just say that for proverbially? No, because I'm wearing a fucking crown. Meaning what? I'm the landlord. I own all the fucking land. And they pay rent to the lord of the land. Now, you think the king's going to go, man, I'm feeling a lot of discouragement running the kingdom today. You don't get that fucking luxury. It's called the Alpha Code. It's very confusing. Most people can't put it on. So when you put on the fucking crown, you pull out the thorn of discouragement and focus on the path of the blueprint, the process to get there. My only discouragement, which we're getting rid of that word from here on out, never write that down, never fucking utter it again, is not discouragement, it's problem. It's a fucking puzzle that I'm trying to figure out. It's something that I'm trying to get around, right? We have a fucking wall in the way, but it's not discouraging. We're going to push through this shit. How do I find someone I can trust? I don't know, have faith. Jesus had faith in people, right? Buddha Mohammed, there's a lot of people. Gandhi had a lot of faith. Martin Luther King had a lot of faith in people. Man. But now I don't have anyone I can trust. There's no one on earth that could possibly do this. Oh, how can anybody do it? That's what I hear, okay? But I don't have anyone I can trust. I don't know what step to take next. You get your buckets right, which means you eliminate debt. You get money into savings. In the meantime, you get your fucking credit right. And then you start your investing. In the investing could be real estate, could be in a business, could be in yourself. It's called the money flow, right? Getting your buckets right. I talk about this in the free ebook. Hit my link. I'll send you the book. It is the basic fucking blueprint. If you get this blueprint out of step, out of line, if you take your crown off and put it down, you will always be broke and you will die broke. Promise you. It is very easy to die broke. Keep doing what you're doing. Most people are doing that. What your parents are doing, they're probably going to die broke. Most of the people watching this video statistically will die broke. It's a fucking choice though, right now. Like tomorrow you can change that. I'm telling you, it's that easy. It's a fucking decision. It's changing of some words. It's changing the way you think about some things, and it's pushing your intent into the universe, and it's taking some positive steps and actions. And each day is one more step. It's one fucking brick on top of another. Nipsey talked about this, Nipsey Hussle, right? Gandhi talked about this, right? Martin Luther King talked about this. One march, one city, one vote, one town at a time. It's one fucking brick upon another. And it's not a fucking discouragement. It's just a process. It's some shit I got to push through. Boxers get punched, right? So the king starts with his fucking self, and then he checks the house, and then the yard, and then we push out, right? That's getting the buckets right. But now I don't know. I have found cheap property in Birmingham, Alabama, like you said. Look for. But my mom, her mom, the extremely rich and, real estate developer. My mom says, no, be careful. My mom told me to be careful trusting folks to complete the jobs. No, Susie, you don't want to get rich because then people may disappoint you. People disappoint me every day. People don't complete jobs every fucking day. People lie to me all the time. Every month, someone's late on rent. Every month, there's some maintenance problem. There's some fucking catastrophe. Some family that owes me money is having a major emergency, and the whole fucking world should stop around their problem. What is that? That's called being the king. See, when you're the king and you hold court and you open up the fucking session, guess what? There's all kinds of problems. All kinds of people come before the throne and say, hey, I got this problem, I got that problem. And you have to use discretion and fucking wisdom to run the kingdom. Lord of the land. Means you Lord. Didn't say lie, didn't say steal, didn't say cry, didn't say consult mom. It said Lord. You Lord over the land. And you make wise decisions. And if it's a business, the same thing. King's got to run the kingdom. We're in the business of XYZ. Right? And you're going to have employees. They're going to have fucking problems. You want to have problems? Get yourself about 10 employees. Every fucking day, somebody's having a crisis. Because the 93% live their life in crisis. They go from one crisis to the next fucking crisis. They always have just enough money. They just barely get through the month. It's one fucking problem after another because that's what they attract. That's what the 93% attract. This is what people who live paycheck to fucking paycheck, the single most greediest people on planet Earth who won't break out of this cycle. They can. They can. And you're like, oh my God. Did he just say all that? Yes. If they don't get pissed about it, who will? And just getting mad and complaining to someone else doesn't fix your situation. What fixes your situation is right now. Number one, how you think is everything. And you go right down the list of the 10 pillars. Then you go to the kingdom. You go to the buckets. And you look, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? No wonder I'm fucking broke. I do dumb shit with money. That could be the conclusion. And you stop it immediately. Here's another conclusion. Asking your mom about investing in real estate when she doesn't own any fucking real estate is probably a bad idea. Asking broke people how to get rich is about as stupid as that. Like asking your mom to fix your car when you know she doesn't know how to work on cars. She's going to give you an opinion and protect you. People who love you want to protect you. People who love and you care, you want to protect. We do it to our children all the time. How do you think we got a whole bunch of people that people think are fucking are entitled? They were raised by parents who entitled them. It's funny. I was listening to a lady the other day. She's a female, a women's activist, whatever that means. And she was talking about how all men are rapists in their mind. And I'm listening to this stupid shit. And all I could think of toward the end was, who do you fuck you think raised them? Women. Every man that you're complaining about had a mom. Hello. That was the person he first interacted. That was the person that was supposed to bond with him and care for him and guide him. You ever think of that? So you're acting like I'm fucking responsible for this asshole? How about his mother who raised him and the generations of mothers who raised these so-called rapists that you're talking about? But I digress. You see, because that would be taking full responsibility. All of us, for ourselves, right? But we're entitled. We want to pass our pain, our suffering off to everyone must be at fault somehow. Everyone must be at fault. Everyone. Even the good people. Somehow they're at fault too. Because I'm a victim. How do you break out of that, man? How do you break out of that? How do you get anywhere as a victim? How? How's that work? How's that work for you? When you fear people, when your biggest concern is they may not finish their job. Let me let you know on something. You didn't finish your job. The only person in this scenario that didn't finish their job is the person that doesn't own the fucking house. Because your first responsibility is to get your money. You got to go get the money. So you got to have the fucking personal discipline to save up enough money to put a down payment. And people will say to me all the time, well, I don't have enough money. Go get it. Work more. Push. Act like you give a fuck. Like, go get it. Stop having the limitation or the discouragement or the excuse that, well, I don't have enough. That can't be the excuse. When you're poor, like, dude, I was broke, $12.50. I didn't go to fucking college. I don't have a certificate or mom or dad or any big fucking ideas around the corner. Every moment of every day was me thinking, how do I get ahead? How do I get more? What can I sell? What can I flip? What can I hook up? What can I leverage? How can I make money over here while I work over here? And as I began to do that and play that, and I had 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4, and then all of a sudden it's 10, 20, 30, and then I'm putting that on top, and all of a sudden it grows into this fucking empire of all of these things, these cash flow and assets producing income, and loans paying interest, and bonds paying interest, coupon payments, right? And rentals paying interest, and land flips paying cash that we roll into other, and it becomes this game, this management of risk. The one thing that she's afraid of is my day managing risk. Here's how you manage this. People will disappoint you. Next problem. That's it. It's over. We just discussed it. It's fixed. Her discouragement's done. Yes, they will do that. Hire another one. It's it. The only person who let anybody down here is not buying the house in Birmingham. Not having your credit right, not having the money in your checking account, not being ready to go pre-approved from your lender, not having 2 years of taxes ready to go. Do it like you have an actual fucking plan of actually accomplishing something. You get it together, and then you go to the bank and say, I'd like to be pre-approved. I need a letter so that I can go buy these properties. You don't get hung up on some fucking repairman may not finish the job. So we're discouraged or hung up by something that hasn't even happened yet. And the things we can do, we haven't made happen. And I watch potential entrepreneurs or people who could be financially free, but you're worried about shit that ain't even happened. What if this and what if that? You don't know, bro. What about what you can do right now? Are you maximizing what you can do right now? Are you saving the most that you can save right now? Are you eliminating debt, or are you bullshitting? Are you are you putting forth your best effort, like pushing and work? And then I get people go, man, you can't work like that. And first off, fuck you. Don't tell me what the fuck I can do. I can work every goddamn day, all day long if I choose to. Here's an idea too. I might like what I do. Ever occurred to you that I like what the fuck I do to make money more than I like doing nothing? Or more than I like being on vacation? I might like trading stocks most of all on planet fucking Earth. That makes me lucky that the things I do that pay me money, I enjoy doing. So what if you reverse that and you say, well, God, what do you mean? I mean, I like doing what I do. I like making money. My fucking hobby is to make money. See, when I switch my priorities from my hobby is hedonism, self-service, doing nothing, relaxing, chilling, to I want to be a fucking king of this kingdom, and these are now the new things that I like. See, the king has to like these things. He has to. He has to take on responsibility. You get to control your brain. The human being is the only animal that can program itself. You get to fucking choose the input. You get to choose the channel. You get to choose what you listen to. You get to choose what you put your focus on. Pillar number 7. Focus your time and money. And it doesn't mean for the rest of your fucking life. It means right now to get what you want. People, well, I'm willing to do anything. Really? Because why are you fucking talking to me and not making money? Because if you're willing to do anything, money will do it. Listen. Whatever may be said of, this is the opening verse. Whatever may be said of the praise of poverty, the fact remains, it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. No man can rise to his greatest possible height and talent or soul development unless he has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and develop talent, he must have use of many things, and he cannot have these things unless he has money to buy them. In other words, your kids can't go to school without fucking debt unless you have money, right? So while that statement hurts, it's also a reality call. So you're 23. You know what your goal is? Money, wealth, not a fucking job. You need a job. You need to use jobs to get to what it is you really want to do. And to get to what you really want to do, you need money. The object of all life is development, and everything that lives has an inalienable right to the development that is capable of attaining. Man's right to life means his right to have free and unrestricted use of all things which may be necessary to his fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment, or in other words, his right to be rich. Now, this book is heavy. If you click my link, I give them away. I've given away over 700 physical copies. I'm not doing that anymore. You buy your own, but I have links to it. I'm working on my version of it. Now, that first chapter is rough, man, but once you settle in on that, the ownership of money, listen, so here's to my young lady that I picked on, listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm in your corner. I'm your biggest fan. Stop listening to your fucking parents. Your parents are trying to protect you. Now, some parents are wise. I'm not saying don't listen to them when they're like, don't do drugs. Yeah, no shit. But you don't listen to them on how to buy an apartment building if they've never owned an apartment building. You don't listen to them on, I want to get rich, and they're like, no, you should be a janitor, or you should go do like your Uncle Larry. No, you should follow the thing that you'll do for free, that's what you should do. You got a long fucking life. You can always go get yourself in debt in college. You got a long life, try that business. Like, stop bullshitting. You know, that doesn't mean you back out on any responsibilities. Pillar number 10, take full responsibility. So if you got kids and a wife, you may have to adjust the plan. You know, you want to get into real estate? Cool. You got to get your wife on plan. You know, you guys have to generate more money. You have to lower your expenses so you can get some margin so you can put it into an account. And you don't put that fucking account in the stock market. Stop asking me that dumbass question. If you want to buy real estate, then put your fucking name on it, put it in the account, put money in it, and go buy some fucking real estate. Stop looking for excuses to not buy it. And when you ask me, well, I want to put this in the stock market so I can make some money, what if it goes straight fucking down for 2 years? Huh? How about you actually follow through with the fucking plan to buy real estate? Is that too hard is this too hard? Is this concept too fucking hard for people to comprehend? Actually doing the shit you say you're going to do? I get that question so much. Pisses me off. It's your excuse. And you say, oh, no, I'm trying to maximize. Bullshit. Bullshit. You should have already had the account open. You should be walking real estate because why? Because you open the account and you're putting money in, or you have a base. Say, well, I don't have enough. So that precludes you from the process, the repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill, for pushing your intent into the universe, for meeting people who are selling real estate, walking real estate, seeing the neighborhoods, right? So you have money going into a checking account. You're getting your credit right. You go print off 2 years of your tax returns. You figured out the price point that you can get into. You figured out how much you can pay for mortgage, taxes, and insurance. You know how much you're going to put down. You're fucking walking houses you can't even afford yet because you actually want to act like you're doing it. And you start doing this, and guess what happens? The universe opens doors. The universe opens windows. And houses you never would have seen come available to you. And things that were not available to you before become available to you now. Because people see you actually pushing your intent into the universe. And so you tell mom peacefully, Mom, appreciate that, but it's impossible to get rich without assuming responsibility, which means when you assume responsibility, people are going to let you down, and you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. Rich people have problems. And your mom's going to see, but sweetie, what she's really saying is, sweetie, I don't want you to soar really far past me because it really scares me. Getting rich scares people, and they make up excuses. And when they have the right path, they have the right plan, and they could start doing it, they start looking for little side projects, little angles, little things to get you off track. So instead of, well, I'm going to do Forex right now because I don't have a lot of money. I'm going to go do, and you come, and guess what? You get sidetracked instead of pursuing the thing you said you were going to pursue. Because as you pursue it, and as you take steps, as you open the account, now you're putting money into it, and maybe you even title it when you log in. It says Peters Real Estate whatever, or I used to have Peters Publishing, and I'm putting that in, and I'm looking at it when I log in, and I'm checking my balance, and then I'm out looking for properties, and and I push my 10. I don't get fucking sidetracked with taking this money into something else until I've completed the task of buying one house. You don't have the right to get sidetracked. You don't own 50 houses. You don't have all this stuff going. You don't even have one. So until you get one, don't get sidetracked. So I get it. You have 20 houses. You want to go do something else. But if you don't have one, you don't allow yourself to get sidetracked. Same with the brokerage account. You open the brokerage account. You put $500 in a stock. Next week, you put $500 in a stock. Next week, you put $500 in a stock. Next week, you put $500 in a stock. And you do this for a while, and you get all 10 of the dogs of the Dow right out of my free ebook, chapter 10. Now you own 10 stocks. What? 2 months ago, you didn't own 10 stocks. Look what the fuck you just did. You just pushed your intent. Now you've got this money in there. Guess what now? Now you start thinking about it. Guess what happens when you take action and start thinking about it? More money's just going to find its way into those. And you begin to do this over a period, and all of a sudden now you get a dividend to $20-something. You're like, wow, I didn't do shit and they paid me. And all of a sudden you get addicted to that. And then you start pushing more into there, and then shit goes on sale, and you get a little bonus, and you push a bunch more in there. And as you're doing this, you're reading about it. And you're reading about it. And guess what? Over time, all of a sudden, it's 70, 80, 90. I have letter after fucking letter after letter after DM after text after email in my office of people who went from zero, and 2 years later, $250,000. And they were broke over here in debt, and all of a sudden now they got $250,000 because along the way of playing the game and pushing their intent and not getting sidetracked and doing it every day and really getting on it every day, things come along they didn't anticipate. Movements, jobs, inheritance, things happen, great deals, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden they get a stock for $3 and it goes to $20. I do that all the time. I buy it for $3 and it goes to $20, and that's a big chunk of money. And what if I'd have bought 300 shares? Now I got $6,000 because I'm in there playing that game every day. Not getting sidetracked. Not getting sidetracked. All right, I've gone long too much. I feel like I care way more than you guys do if you get rich. This is how I'm going to fix America. So she signed it, future millionaire. You can't be a future millionaire, my dear, if you let discouragement keep you from taking action. Now, if this is you, and you didn't mean it that way, you don't need to write me or anything. None of these personal. I get that question 5 times a day. 5 times a day, people ask me that question right there. So that's it, man. God bless. Follow along if you want. Hit my bio link. You can get my free ebook, and good looking out. Hey, follow my stories on Instagram, man. I'm always showing the housing projects I'm working on. Here on YouTube, I'll show you the stock trades, but I do both. I mean, with equal zeal, I do both. But I haven't always done both. It takes time. It's going to take time for you to get there.